So this is all my stuff, right? So we got flywheel, all these pads right here. Those are all removable. So once they wear them down to a certain amount, there's bolts on the back side that just poke straight through. If you look real close, you can see the bolt heads sticking out here and there. So basically ground all that flat. When you get down low enough, just unbolt them and put new ones on. Fuel pump, driven off the camshaft, right? 120 gallons a minute.
Fuel?
Yeah, substantial amount.
Shit.
I mean, if you look at the fuel pipe, it's as big as your arm. You know, the thing is huge. A lot of fuel. Burns about 20 gallons a minute. Or no, about 20 gallons a second at the end of the ring. Or, yeah, no, it's more like that. It's burning a lot. A street car, you'd be pushing it to get 5 gallons. About 4 or 5 times. Got intake manifold. You can see that. So this is the main fuel line, right? Comes off the barrel valve on the supercharger. So all the fuel for the car flows into here, and then this is the return for all the excess, and the rest of it flows out the back through that pipe. Goes out back here. All this goes into this, back to here, and this feeds. These feed both heads. There's 2 injectors in each hole in the heads, and there's 8 injectors in the intake. And then there's 6 in the blower hat itself. A lot of them. It's like 18 injectors.
That is a lot.
That's a lot. That's a lot. It's on the edge of hydraulic power. For about 15 minutes. This right here, clutch pack, right? So you got discs, floaters. This is a disc, this is a floater. So you can have different thicknesses of these, you can have different cutters. So this one has 3 grooves. You can get some that have 4, 5, 6. And the more grooves you have, it's actually, feel it, it's like a sharp edge. Right? So that's actually cutting the surface. So the more grooves you have in there, the more wear you're gonna get.
So you want less grooves, or you want more?
Depends on what you want. We're looking for a total wear number of about 150, 160, somewhere in there. So we just mix and match disc types, floaters, clutch weight to get that number that we're looking
And you were
for.
telling me last night that you make these rougher yourself sometimes?
Yeah. So we use what's called a chipper. It basically is just a little lathe that you stick on here, and it drags a carbide cutter right across here and just chips all the glass surface off. Makes it nice. Brake pad like again. Yeah, this is just my little line tool. So I'll take this, now all my plates are lined up, pull that out. I'll put the shaft in from the back, and this whole deal is the loader. So I'll just, see how it's got these 4 holes right here? So you pick that up, that slides on to here, right? So you just slide it on there, and then you can shove the whole deal up in there, and you're ready to go.
Cool. Well, I'm learning this stuff.
Yeah, learn all kinds of stuff today. Big fat rear end. This is a little different than your regular streetcar stuff. As you notice, the front, it doesn't load the pinion in the front. The cover is here. So all of this solid mounted to the base. There's 2 big bearings in here that hold that together. And then in here, it's just what they call a spool. It's just a straight shaft. Big spool. No wheel, no differential. So if one wheel is turning, the other one is turning with it. So that's a big deal. Since it's locked up, you don't get any movement there.
I think
we set the tires. We have to
Lex
measure.
and John ran up to the shop.
If you have one tire that's like 116 inches and the other one's like 115, and they're both turning at the same speed, that tire is going to want to go further. You want to drive the car to the wall. that's something that you can actually put pressure in the tires and corrode them, set them out in the sun and let them heat up, and then try to match them up.
Cool.
Yeah.
See, I didn't know that. You mean with the air already in them, or just it expands the rubber?
Yeah, you'll put like, we'll run, so typically you'll run like between 6 and 9 pounds of air. So if we have a low tire, we'll pump it up to 15 to lay it out in the sun. The rubber will get nice and warm, and that extra air in there will stretch the tire a little bit, enough to make up the difference. Then you bring it back down, when you're driving straight.
How much does one run cost on a car like this?
Anywhere from $8,000 to $12,000. Yeah, that's if you don't break anything. So it's a lot of used up parts. You know, we gotta put all new valves in the heads. Gotta put all new clutch pack in it. Clutch pack itself, I mean, just the clutch symbol is probably $100,000. The whole thing, I mean, this pack weighs like 50 pounds, 45 pounds. So it's substantial. And then the pressure plate itself, I mean, all of it's titanium. It's really trick stuff. It's not cheap. And yeah, $8,000 to $10,000. If you break a motor, fully kitted motor is about $100,000. The clutch is about $100,000. So yeah, there's a lot of them going on. That little, see on the fuel hose that I was showing you earlier on the intake, little metal piece.
Yeah.
That is so much lower meter. That is about $2,000.
That one piece is $2,000.
It's really high tech.
I'd say.
Yeah. Come on, I'll show you.
So we're changing out some header studs and then getting ready to throw some spark plugs in this.
How would you do that?
Trying to get ahead.
Put the heads together. So as you can see, we got a few spares down here. Not quite as many as some other teams, but enough to run.
I'll recover that, right?
So, I mean, you can see, just if you look at the intake ports, that's about maxed out. But really, you can't get much bigger.
So really the reason why these valves are out is because they're leaking. So we gotta kind of take a hand tool and kind of reshape it and cut the seat back where our valve will sit flat into it and not leak up. It's actually leaking down there, but not leak there anymore.
So you're telling me the valve's harder than the seat.
Yep.
It'll beat the seat
The
up.
valve is very.
Yeah, very hard.
Seats don't have a very good life.
Or sacrifice.
Yes.
Yeah, pretty serious stuff, man. It doesn't get much more serious than this.
Yeah, this is awesome.
As you notice, there's no water jackets or anything going through here, none in the motor. It's all cooled by the fuel. So, of course, it only lasts for 4 seconds. Doesn't need to be that cold.
How cool do you make it for one run?
Well, it gets hot. Don't get me wrong. I mean, it comes back really hot. But,
Oh yeah. But how cool do you put it in the car before you roll it up there to start it
it'll
up?
be just, air temperature. It'll be nice and cool. We'll warm it up a little bit before, get a little heat in the motor, a little heat in the oil.
We usually wear these because they're, I mean, it'll burn you. These are like, keeps the heat from burning.
Kind of fireproof a little bit.
Sometimes even then you can feel the heat through the glove.
Oh yeah. It comes out smoking. That's for sure.
I'm not in the way, am I?
No, that is
Yeah, just a bunch of random stuff here. These are all old spark plugs, so like if you look at some of these.
So this is from yesterday.
That one went a little lean. You can see the electrode is missing. And most of the porcelain is gone too.
If my camera would focus, maybe. There we go.
Yeah. It ain't great. So that can happen sometimes. That one, bad hole. We don't like to see him come out. We like to see him come out like this. That would be nice.
So that means you put a cylinder out.
Close to it. It was lean. So usually when you put a cylinder out, it's actually too much. So that one went lean, so it started getting real hot, burning up those electrodes. You really want them to come out looking sort of like this. Nice mocha brown color, electrode's still there. That's nice, that's a healthy cylinder right there.
So this is,
And that's fat, right?
yeah.
That's,
That's a little too much. We'd like to see him right around there.
right. This would be like a ridge.
Yeah, that, I'm pretty sure that was.
Yeah. Just wetted it up. Yep. So, these guys here, these are the clutch stands, right? So I'll stick these on the flywheel. They sit on those posts that come out of there. I adjust these so you can spin them. They got little holes. So each hole that you move is 10 thou. So 10 thou, 10 thou. So I'll set it in there. Depending on what the pack thickness is, I have to change these to match. So I'm looking for, you know, an air gap basically between the clutch. I don't want it closed up, because then it'll just be going all the time. So you get a little gap in there, and then the levers take over from there. Close it up when the engine's running. So this is the top of the pressure plate. See all the levers here. It's centrifugal clutch, right? So you can imagine this is spinning at engine speed. So when it spins, it wants to fling those levers out, right?
Yeah.
Flings those levers out, pushes this heel down, right? So it starts out like this, and as the engine comes up, levers come out, the heel comes out, and that's actually what pushes this into the plates. So all the pressure, the clutch, like a typical streetcar clutch, has a spring almost. So when you push the pedal in, you're compressing the spring, and when you let it out, that spring pressure is the only thing that's keeping the clutch engaged. This engine speed keeps the clutch engaged. So as soon as he hits the throttle, these levers fly out and it's going. Clutch is gonna go. He's got a pedal in the car, and that he uses just fine neutral, just keep it from rolling. But as soon as he whacks that throttle, his foot better be off that pedal, because it's gonna come out.
Yeah.
It's coming right at you. Yeah, that's basically all I got for you right now. But
Well, thank you so much, Jagger.
Oh, man.
That was awesome.
yeah,
And
thought I could show you
I
now.
didn't even. I had a friend Jagger on the Lex Joon Top Fuel Dragster team, and that was awesome. Thanks for that.
No problem, man. Take it easy.
You too. And this is, I'm sure, what you've all been waiting for. This is Lex Joon, the driver of this machine. Now, what's your favorite part about driving a Top Fuel Dragster?
Going 330 miles an hour and then hit the chutes, and then hopefully you can stop in time.
Yeah. So everyone's got good crews. They work hard, but I've talked and I've hung around, and these guys are awesome. Is there anything better about having just a great crew that's always smiling? Is that better, or is it better to have a hard working, head down, and always serious people?
Well, it goes together, you know. They work really hard and they get better every time. As you see, there are a lot of young kids here that are still training, and it's so rewarding to see they step up the ladder. And one of the reasons we're doing this weekend is because they are there, they stepped up, and they're doing an awesome job. To be honest, those cars only can run when everything is perfect. So I'm really happy with them. It's teamwork, and teamwork will make the dream work.
And you're sitting 16th right now.
Yes.
And I've seen this car. I feel like you just run your personal best. I think you could even do a little bit better than that today.
Yep.
So what's the plan to jump up another slot?
Well, as you said, the first qualifier we ran at 390 and we knew we could do better. The second one we ran at 385 and there's still more in it. So I'm aiming to run at 380 because I think we need to step up to stay in the field, and I think a 380 will make it. So we will make some changes to make it faster. The only thing is the track needs to be there. It's getting warmer today, so there will be less traction. But you know what, this is the US National, so the only way to do this is just to throw at it and go for it and then see where you end up, because that's what the rest is doing.
Well, I know you're busy, but thank you for that, and good luck
Awesome.
today.
Awesome, guys. Thank you for watching.
These drivers,
Hi,
in theory, the step up makes the best run of the week.
the NITRO Experience comes to a close with some NITRO racing. Ladies and gentlemen, neither one of these two are in it. I know this video is not about Antron Brown, but I love Antron Brown. He's a great guy. He's not in the field either. Lex Joon. Right after running 385, his best career time ever. Still isn't good enough. Still isn't in. These guys have worked so hard, done so much, accomplished so much this week. I'd love to see both of these guys get their wins. Let's see. Lex Joon over there on the far side.
.806, 327 miles an hour. Antron Brown is qualified for the moment. Lex Joon was 467, spun the tire down track, and was unable
Thank
to
you all
pull it
for
off.
watching the NITRO
Will Smith is now
Experience.
the bump. Hulk is now out.
Lex Joon
Antron's
racing.
in, but he's not a lock. Joe.
Great
There was
people,
Ryan Karate.
had a
That
great
was
time, they had a
big
great
run
time.
right there, but
Accomplished a
you're
whole
not
lot this weekend,
guaranteed.
and
Just explain this
we'll see
moment
him in
having
the
to deal with
future.
this pressure.
Thank y'all.